And you should be dedicating your whole time now to be making TikTok videos. There's so much
Literally,
time now.
there's so much time now.
And you can make this your studio.
No, this is the best background and lighting. Share screen to the.
Yeah, it's that one. Oh, but do this
Yeah,
one.
but I gotta do the lighting.
I'll do the first one. Do the first one.
What first one? Oh, you're right.
And then present it. Oh wait, shit. And then check the little box. Hey, look it up. Hey, look it up. Just kidding.
And then.
Baila esta cumbia, un ritmo sin igual, nadie se ha quedado, todos vamos a bailar. Baila esta cumbia, un ritmo sin igual, nadie se quede sentado, todos vamos a bailar. Baila esta cumbia, un ritmo sin igual, nadie se quede sentado, todos.
Cruzamos miradas, ni por la mente me pasaba enamorarme así de ti, con este sentimiento de estar contigo de primavera hasta invierno. Pero se fue haciendo vicio, estaba triste si no era contigo. Una camioneta gris. Y esta va para todas aquellas que son como una chica que yo conozco. Una novia yo tengo, es muy linda y traviesa, pero tiene un defecto, es niña fresa, es niña fresa. Cuando vamos al baile, vamos varias parejas. Como ya la conocen, llega el mesero y todos empiezan. Que le sirvan tepache, que le sirvan cerveza, que le sirvan refresco o un helado sorpresa. ¿Qué es lo que quiere la nena? ¿Qué va a pedir la princesa? ¿Qué se le antoja a la reina? ¿Qué quiere la niña fresa?
Un banana split, en buena onda, ¿no?
¿Qué les dije? Ella es muy cariñosa, me acaricia y me besa, pero no se le quita lo niña fresa, lo niña fresa. ¿En dónde anda el mesero? Que se acerque a la mesa. Como no hubo bananas, a ver qué quiere la niña fresa. Que le sirvan tepache, que le sirvan cerveza, que le sirvan refresco o un helado sorpresa. ¿Qué es lo que quiere la nena? ¿Qué va a pedir la princesa? ¿Qué se le antoja a la reina? ¿Qué quiere la niña fresa?
Entonces, un ice cream de perdido, ¿no? Ay, cómo me chocan esos lugares.
Que le sirvan tepache, que le sirvan cerveza, que le sirvan refresco o un helado sorpresa. ¿Qué es lo que quiere la nena? ¿Qué va a pedir la princesa? ¿Qué se le antoja a la reina? ¿Qué quiere la niña fresa?
¿Un tepachito?
Tepache yo, ¿qué te pasa? Para nada. Uy, qué piñata. Y consta que no quiero hacer un oso, ¿eh? Yo sé que tienes un nuevo amor, sin embargo te deseo lo mejor. Si en mí no encontraste felicidad, tal vez alguien más te la dará. Como la flor, con tanto amor me diste tú. Se marchito, me marchó hoy. Yo sé perder, pero
I can hear you.
cómo me duele.
I can hear you now.
I just unmuted my other microphone.
Ay,
Hello.
cómo me duele.
Hello.
Welcome.
Like the camera.
Si vieras cómo duele,
I know. There.
llevas mi corazón.
Welcome.
No sé si pueda
Oh, wait.
porque te di todo el amor que pude dar. Como la flor, con tanto amor me diste tú. Se marchito, me marchó hoy.
Hey,
Hello,
Isabel.
Mom.
Yo sé perder.
Hi, Armando.
Hi, Emily. How are you?
Good.
Cómo me duele.
How are you doing?
Good. Nice to get on Zoom.
Me duele.
Everybody put your videos on so we can see each other's beautiful faces.
How do you do that?
You put start video.
Como la flor.
Oh, there it is.
¿Le bajas poquito a la música?
¿Quién yo?
Isabel.
Isabel.
Yes. Yes, it works. It works.
¿Le bajas poquito a la música?
Yeah. There?
I need a haircut.
Everyone does. Everyone does. Your hair looks good though.
Thank you.
How's your quarantine going?
Good. You know, it's almost about same, except I don't have to go to the schools anymore. The high school and the elementary school. But I miss you guys.
I know it's weird being home all the time and not like
Yeah.
talking to
Are
people.
you're in ID or home?
Yeah, I'm in IB right now, but I'm actually gonna go home this weekend. But
Okay.
I'll probably be back here just because of school and stuff like that.
Cool. Victoria? No. I like the music.
You can hear it?
Yeah, I have it through the amplifier too. I guess you could
Hi,
hear it.
Jackie.
Don't come over when I'm so busy.
What's up? I could barely hear you. It's like cutting off. Freaking Zoom. Hi, Anthony. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing great.
Okay.
Oh, there's Anthony.
Hi,
Sorry?
Rafael. How are you? You should put your camera on so we can see each other.
Hey,
Hello.
Raphael.
A little dark in Rafael's room.
Ramon, put your camera so we can see
Yeah, it's a little bit because the light's right behind you.
Yeah.
you.
Isabel, you're recording?
Yes, we are.
Oh,
What's my
What's up?
what's my for Instagram? Please. Declan.
I got it. Alright.
Depends on.
Oh, Eli.
Hey, Eli.
It's the other way, no?
I don't know.
Ready?
Hey,
Banana peel.
Wait,
yeah,
Wait,
it's
Anthony.
just,
Yeah.
it's
mirror.
supposed to be like this or like this?
Wait,
You got it right.
wait.
Like this?
Yeah, like that.
Doing
Yeah.
it right?
Am I doing it right? Oh wait, it's like this? Oh,
Wait, I'm okay.
Check it out as always.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it right. I'm good. Good. Alright.
okay.
Hi, Juan.
You're late, Juan.
There's one. Got his microphone off.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Shad.
Hi, Shad.
What's up, Shad?
Danny, put your camera on. Oh, there he goes.
There it is.
You took a screenshot. You're good. You're good. You're
Again.
good.
Yeah.
Hi, Lauren. Oh.
No. Anthony. We call him
Oh
Anthony.
yeah, sorry, my name.
I'm like, oh. You'll never call him that.
There you go. Hey, Danny.
One looks younger.
Doing pretty good. Why no mic?
Hey, Ramon. Where's your camera?
I just put the music up a little bit for the story.
Hold on, let me change the song. Uh-huh. Okay, hold on. There? Is that good or more?
A little bit more? That's good.
Estoy harto, ya no aguanto ni un momento a tu mamá. Me molesta todo tiempo, no me deja respirar. Que soy gordo, que soy flojo, que también soy un Don Juan.
Could you put my McFlurry in the freezer? Hi, Jensen. Hi, Jensen.
El ritmo que traigo es azúcar, azúcar para ti. Azuquita, azuquita.
Hi, Leo.
Hi, Leo.
Si te invito
Hi,
para el baile,
Jensen.
ella no puede faltar. Los domingos en la playa ya se quiere acomodar. Si te quiero dar un beso, nos tenemos que apurar. Porque si ella nos descubre, ay, la que se nos va a armar.
Hi, Kenneth. Hi, Jose.
Lucy says hi.
Who says hi?
El ritmo que traigo es azúcar, azúcar para ti. El ritmo que traigo es azúcar, azúcar para ti.
You like Phil?
Azuquita, azuquita, azuquita. A ver esas palmas.
Hi, Jose. Hi, Kenneth.
Con el
How
ritmo
are you guys?
de Fito y los Cumbia
Let's take a TikTok and put it.
Hey.
We should have made a TikTok video. Should have been redoing it.
El ritmo que traigo es azúcar, azúcar para ti. El ritmo que traigo es azúcar, azúcar para ti.
up, guys?
Hi, Kenneth. How are you? What was the answer?
I hear music, but I don't see anyone dancing.
Hi, Alfred.
ritmo que traigo es azúcar, azúcar para ti. El ritmo que traigo es azúcar, azúcar para ti. Azuquita,
So greet everyone.
azuquita,
Here, the most important LI member just got here. Perfect. I'm the only one excited to see her. Wow. Hi, Edgar.
Hey, you all see my background?
Hi, Jorge.
Are you?
Hey, Isabel,
Yes,
you're recording this one?
yes, we are.
We want to change the date on the meeting date. Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, I'm gonna head out real quick. I'm gonna head out.
Hey, por nada.
How you fix it? Go. Go with it. Okay, hold up, guys. JK.
Nobody told us, and everybody was looking at
For
it too. So it's not
real.
just us.
It's not
Everybody,
just us.
everybody saw it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were testing you.
Character
Oh,
this
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
hour back.
Porque la vida no me dice nada, porque tengo temor a las miradas. Aquí se va muriendo mi alma y va creciendo cada día
Hi,
más
Menti.
el cielo de esperanza.
Hi, Vinny.
Es tu amor
How are you?
el que no me deja vivir, el que no puedo desistir, pues muy adentro se quedó, como la luz que nunca se apagó,
If you only said that to Daddy,
como la
I want to be
noche
part of it.
que nunca amaneció.
Vinny,
Olvidar,
I want to see your beautiful.
¿cómo es posible olvidar la única vez que supe amar? Y ahora tengo que renunciar a lo más bello que jamás he.
That is super high. Why did it go so high? Is it because we exited? I wasn't. Go time. 1 more minute. We'll wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a tradition. That's a meeting late.
It is indeed. Hi, Albert.
Hey, Albert, turn on your camera.
Yeah, Edgar, turn your camera on.
Yeah.
Ramon and Kenneth too. Enrique, turn your camera on. Just, you can leave it like open for like, okay, no. The background. Leo playing the music. We are. Hi, Carlos. Hi, Carlos. Hi, Lisa. Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. Edgar doesn't have a camera. It's okay. We still like that. We can, yeah, it's fine. Lisa, turn your camera. Hello. I know.
Hi, Saul.
Hi, Saul.
Will there be food
Hey,
after the
finally
meeting?
Saul comes.
Turn your cameras on. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Saul. Hi, Lisette. Hi, Stacy. Watch your cameras. We want to see your beautiful face.
Hey, Saul.
Open the door, Lucy.
Use your nose.
Hi, Ernesto.
Hello.
Hey.
Saul, you're famous.
Oh, yeah.
You're famous on IG. Yeah.
Follow my page on Instagram.
Leo's promoting his page right now.
Y te vas a quedar queriendo, chiquitita.
Hi, Gabe.
Hey,
Hey.
¿qué onda?
Hey, bro.
What's cracking?
Bro, those guys.
Hi, Lisa. We can see you finally.
Carlos.
My dog can't fly. My dog doesn't fly.
That's your second. That's your second foul.
Hi, Sebastian. Put your camera on. Just leave the door, like, leave the door cracked. Hello. I'm just saying hi to everyone. Sebastian didn't say hi back to me. Hi, Amy.
Hi,
Amy. Two more minutes.
Quien te quiera, que yo no lo voy a hacer. Ya me hiciste mucho daño y hoy me vas
Manny.
a perder.
Hi, Manny.
Y ni creas que estoy llorando, pues ya tengo otro querer.
Enrique is promoting us to go follow Mesa on Instagram at UCSB_Mesa. And Saul says to go like his photo at UC Santa Barbara page. And then Leo says to go follow his Instagram at UCSB_engineering_me. Make sure to show that support, y'all. Oh shoot. How do you like it? I said hi to Stacy. Thank you, camera. This morning is 20 messages.
Just by 7. He did before, after the meeting. Where do we line up?
How about that?
Hold on.
We're gonna eat before the meeting this time.
Hold on.
Hello, Armando's iPhone. Just kidding. Leo says to also go follow his page, UCSB_Paisa_memes.
Oh, okay, wait, who's this? Jan. Oh, Surya.
Hi. Put your camera on. Okay.
Okay, ready? Should we start?
Wanna pause it?
Yeah.
Que si es pecado amarte, yo he de seguir pecando, porque no he de negar.
Gabe wants to be featured in the mainstream one. He didn't even close the door. Ah, this quarantine, just so many distractions.
Okay. Ready?
So thank you all for joining us for the first general body meeting.
Welcome. Hope you guys are staying safe and quarantining and staying at home.
Let us know in the chat if you guys if you can't hear us properly, if you need us to repeat anything, because this is our first time doing this.
Okay, so to start off, everyone should mute themselves, please.
And then if you have a question, just feel free to unmute yourself and then just talk or like scream in the camera or something.
Yeah, so to unmute yourself, you can just press the space bar on the keyboard to make it easier. Okay, so we're gonna start off with an icebreaker. It's gonna be called the number game.
Oh, I think they need to unmute themselves right now, huh?
No, later.
What, for the game?
Yeah, but that's why you press the space bar.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, so this is a number game. These are the rules. Okay, so the goal of the game is to reach to the number 15, and the same person can't say the same number consecutively. So like if I say 1, I can't say 2 again. And then if I say 1 and Isabel says that 1, then we have to start all over again. So you can't say the same number as another person. So like we can start by saying, we can start now. Okay, ready? 1.
2. Okay, see, me and Jorge said 2, so we have to restart.
Okay, 1.
1.
Okay, so
1.
2.
3.
3.
No, we
Start
have
over.
to restart.
Dibs on 6.
1.
1. Up.
1.
2.
3.
4.
5.
6.
Emily.
1.
2.
3.
4.
People said 3. I heard it. I heard
Start all
it.
over.
Everyone feel free to join in.
Yeah, you could, anybody can join.
There's no dips in this game,
Oh,
guys.
they have, what? We can't even see you guys.
Purpose.
I call dibs my favorite number.
1.
2.
3.
4.
5.
6.
7.
1.
2.
3.
4.
1.
2.
4.
5.
6.
7. 8.
9.
10.
11.
You ran out of fingers, guys.
12.
Alright, 1.
2.
3.
4.
5.
6.
7.
1.
2.
3.
4.
Oh, killer.
All right, everyone, y'all, we need to do some
2.
teamwork
Oh,
here.
there
Pick
you
a
go.
number.
Okay.
3.
We open up our gallery.
5.
6.
7.
Let's see.
8.
9.
10.
11. 12.
Pick a number, y'all. Pick a number. 1.
Well, you guys are in the same boat. Come on.
Hold your number up. Hold your number up. Pick one that's on 1.
2.
What do you
3.
mean? They
4.
fucked up on
I'm
12.
literally holding 3.
Restart. 1.
Oh, 2.
1.
2.
3.
4.
5.
6.
7.
8.
8. Oh.
All right, let's just go to 10. Let's bring it down to 10. Let's bring it down to 10.
Yeah.
At 8.
1.
2.
3.
4.
5.
Wow.
They said 5.
What's after 5?
6.
Jensen.
Jensen.
6. My mic's muted.
7.
1.
Oh, we're not keep.
Oh, we're on a roll.
3.
4.
5.
6.
7.
8.
9.
10.
Yay!
11.
Good job,
11.
good job.
Good job. Good job.
I don't even know what's happening.
You guys did great. You guys did great. Go for it. Oh, here's mine. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are all aware, but our next general body meeting will be on May 7th. And this general body meeting will be holding elections. So for any of the members, anybody of you guys, anybody who watches this video, you guys want to run for a position, this is the meeting to go ahead and join. In order to run and be an officer, you do have to become an official member, which is just doing your $10 due and then submitting your resume to the liucsb@gmail.com email. And then, so if people are wondering, what is it like to be an officer, or what are the benefits of becoming an officer, and you want to be an officer, you guys should all say yes and definitely try to be one. The purpose of this meeting is to let you guys know what it's like to be an officer and what the positions do and just what it's like to run a meeting, I guess. So some of the benefits of becoming an officer are listed right here. But my personal experience, I've benefited from becoming an officer. Like, it taught me time management. It made me be more responsible. It helped me, gain relationships with LI members and like board members. And it taught me to be, I think I'd say more open-minded. It taught me to be more open-minded and just like open to like hearing other people's ideas and learning how to work in a team.
Yeah, so like for me, it helped me stay more organized because I had to take like the budget and stuff for the meetings and like the money. And then I also learned more about communicating with other like companies and stuff because of fundraising.
Yeah, so it does take some time to be an officer. When you decide to be a part of the board, you do attend one meeting as a general body meeting, and then the following week you do an officer meeting, and at the beginning of each quarter you are required to do a retreat where you organize and like just plan all the events for the following quarter. But like, it has really, really great benefits, and it's really, really fun to be an officer and just like be a part of such a great organization and be able to, say that you help run it and help just like build this familia together. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to run this. Okay, so today's focus is to talk to you guys about the positions. But on a lighter end, if you aren't looking to be a part of the actual board, but you still want to learn what it's like to run LI, we have established committees this year. The financial committee is something that you can be a part of. Each of these committees, there are around like 6 people, like 5 to 6 people that are involved in it, including the people that actually like run it. The financial committee is responsible for allocating funds and figuring out like sponsorships and grants in order so that we can run all the events and like just have all the resources that we can have for our members. The events committee, they're responsible for sorry, I was a part of the financial committee, so I know that off the top of my head. They are responsible for planning and creating social events to really develop like the chapter development aspect towards LI, and they really look to make like a great like just a sense of familia within our org. The academic committee, they're in charge of running like what is it? Las Guias, the mentorship program, the study hours, and like resume workshops and things like that. And they're also responsible for monitoring all of LI's academic progress throughout the quarter. Internal VP committee, they're responsible for one of the big responsibilities that they have are they're in charge of the DC S&T Mesa Day, which, as you guys know, is one of our big community outreach events, but they're also responsible for doing on-campus outreach events and just other things like that. And then a new committee that we will be developing next year will be the SHIP Junior Chapter Committee. We are looking to gain a junior chapter the following year, so this is a committee that will be in progress, but they really look to, you know, kind of bridge the gap between low-income students in STEM, and we're looking to build a better relationship with the junior chapter next year. So if you're looking to be a part of any of these committees, feel free to hop in. This will be like mentioned later on. This is just like out there in case you guys are a little like don't really want to have too much commitment towards LI, but want to see what it's like to be a part of a board.
What's the SHIP Junior Chapter SHIP Junior Chapter
committee?
I said that.
Yes,
No?
yes,
Oh no, the SHIP Junior Chapter. My bad.
Oh, do you want to talk about it? No? We'll talk about it more as the year, as it comes up when we have the opportunity to bring about like the committees again. But we'll explain it more later on because it's still something that's developing right now. So today we did want to talk to you guys about being an LI officer. We wanted, all of the officers did take the time to go ahead. I'm gonna close this. They took the time to make little videos for you guys and tell you guys what it's like to be in their shoes and what it's like to just like be an officer. So we're gonna run through little videos that each of us made for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy them. And mine was boring because I got scared, but but we'll just run through them and hopefully you guys like the little videos we made. Go for it.
Okay, ready? First up is the LI rep.
Hey everyone, my name is Jesse Perez. I'm a second-year chemical engineering major, and I'm the 2019-2020 Los Ingenieros representative. My main roles as the LI representative is to attend meetings on campus that are STEM or multicultural related, and also to manage the Las Guias mentorship program. The meetings I have to attend include the MCC council meetings, Mesa Directiva meetings, and engineering student council meetings. So these meetings tend to be bi-weekly, and I attend these meetings and relay any important information that I obtain in these meetings back to the organization. For Las Guias, I, along with the academic chair, were in charge of putting together the mentor-mentee pairs, and we're also in charge of putting together one event per quarter. This year for fall quarter, we had the Las Guias Egg Drop, and for winter quarter, we had the Las Guias Olympics. Both of these events seemed successful. We saw bonding between the mentors and mentees, which is what we want to encourage with these events. So yeah, those are the two main tasks for the LI representative: to attend meetings on campus and to run the Las Guias program. Overall, my workload as LI rep has been on the lighter end. I want to say my time commitment has been about 2 to 4 hours per week. As I mentioned already, I have two main tasks, which is to attend meetings and run the mentorship program. And this ends up taking not a lot of time out of my day. So this is really beneficial because it allows me to focus on my classes while also completing my task for this role. As such, I see this position as a really good trade-off. You get good experience for a small time commitment, and as such, I highly encourage all of you to consider running for LI Rep. Lastly, I want to mention that having this position really helped me develop my communication and my organizational skills. Having to attend meetings put me in an environment where I was pushed to communicate with those around me. And so, yeah, those helped me with my verbal skills, which helps with my networking, and that I know benefits me because networking is key for career development. Also, my organizational skills. To run Las Guias, I had to create Excel sheets, I had to create surveys, send out emails. So that helped with my organizational skills because I had to create all that stuff in a timely fashion. So these are all other benefits that come alongside the position. So once again, I highly encourage running for LA representative, and if not, consider any of the other positions that are open. And good luck to you if you run.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jesse Perez. I'm a second-year chemical engineering major, and I'm the 2000.
Maybe don't.
Okay, next is the ship.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Lorenzo. I am Los Ingenieros Ship Mayas liaison for this academic year. I'm here to tell you about my role. The liaison is more or less an ambassador type role. You are in charge. You are a primary avenue of communication between local Ship and Mayas chapters and the greater Ship and Mayas organizations. Just a reference, Ship and Mayas are two independent organizations. Alongside general officer responsibilities such as facility planning, executing stuff, you're also in charge of some position-specific responsibilities such as attending the monthly Ship SP professional chapter meeting. At these meetings, you're in charge of relaying information from our chapter to theirs and from theirs to ours, just so both parties can maximize each other's opportunities. On a quarterly basis for fall, you help plan the PASS event, the Professional Academic Student Success. For winter, you help plan in the paintball event. And as of yet, spring does not have anything that the Ship Liaison directly helps plan, but perhaps that's something you can fill yourself. You also have the luxury of being the first first liaison in charge of the new Ship Junior chapter will be establishing next year, or that will be established next year. The Ship and Mayas liaison will be the head of the Ship Junior chapter committee. Also, you will be one of the heads in coordinating, planning, and all that jazz for the actual Ship chapter. You're pretty much one of the spearheads for the Ship Junior chapter program. I think I estimate it to be about 6 hours, give or take 2 hours, I want to say. So that's about the time commitment you will get, you will need for next year on a weekly basis. Some great takeaways from this role, I would say, would be like networking, probably the biggest. Talking to professionals, like getting rid of the jitters when talking to professionals on career floors or networking events is a big one. Public speaking, generally planning, time management, making on-the-spot decisions, and all that. These are perhaps takeaways you want to learn. Perhaps reach out to me for more information about my role. And I hope you run for, if not my positions, for someone else's. Am I right? It's a very rewarding position, or very rewarding responsibility. Hope you have a nice day. Stay clean.
So in case you guys didn't catch that, he did mention that the Ship Liaison will be in charge of the new junior chapter, the new Ship Junior chapter. I mean, the committee for that. Here's the secretary with Ernesto.
Hello, my name is Ernesto Torreblanca and I'm a second-year electrical engineer. My position is that of the secretary of Los Ingenieros. I'll sum up the position in 3 things that I do, but it's a little more complex than that. So the 3 things that I do are send out emails, take really good notes during meetings, and keep track of all the people that attend our meetings. So when sending out emails, any email you receive, most likely I sent it. So I personally design those emails, whether it be any posters I put on there, any external links, the contents of the email.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, my name is one of the things I do. You also have to make sure to send out any emails that any officer needs to be sent out, whether it be updates about the core in general, or like the academic metric that goes around as well. So the second one was taking good notes. So we have meetings as officers where we talk about things that are going on or things that are going to happen in the future. So it's very important that you take really good and organized notes, because at the end of the meeting, if we don't remember what we said, well, we can just look back at the notes and we can easily remember what was said, any ideas that went around, and things we need to elaborate on. So that's a very important aspect of the position. And the third one, what I mean by keeping track of people that come in, whenever you see the sign-in sheets, it's very important for the secretary to analyze them and see the members that were new, returning, that were not new, or any alumni that came through. So it's just very important for you to analyze those and also keep track of all the active members. So active members are people that are paid and submit a resume. So you also keep track of people that actually paid and submitted their resume. So that's the third and important aspect. All three of them are really important, but just to make it brief, those are the three things that I do. And personally, what I learned from my position was how to use Google Contacts and make groups. I was able to learn how to use MailChimp. This was the first year we used MailChimp, and I kind of had to figure it out on my own. So I figured out the design and all the little details. So yeah. Something else I learned was to take way better notes. My notes were really bad in the beginning, but I learned some little shortcuts and definitely made it a lot better for myself. And something else I learned to do is just to be more organized, because there's a lot of documents going on around, so you have to make sure to know where everything is, and also learn how to type faster. But yeah, that's a secretary in a nutshell, and if you become the secretary, I'll go more in depth with you personally.
Thank you, Ernesto.
It's me. Hey, my name is Emily Sanhan and I'm this year's treasurer. Hope you guys are staying safe in this quarantine. So you might be wondering what the treasurer does. So here's a TikTok for you.
Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Yep. Nope. Yep.
Hope you enjoyed my TikTok. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me personally. My name is Emily San Juan again, or any other board member. Thank you. Stay safe.
Thank you, Ems.
You're welcome. Okay, next is our academic chair.
Hi everyone. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Daniel Hernandez and I am the 2019-2020 Academic Chair for Los Ingenieros. Some of my responsibilities include opening up the UCA for study hours, partnering with the LI representative to run the Las Guias mentorship program, monitoring the academic metrics survey and sending them out to try to get the chapter demographics going, and hosting at least one professional workshop per quarter. This is typically a resume workshop that we do the week of the career fair to prepare our members so that they can go pitch themselves and land those internships. There are, however, some improvements that could be made to the academic chair position. The primary one that we were trying to get going this year, but unfortunately could not do because of the whole epidemic going on, is to reserve the Cooper Hour as an additional study hour space. Those of you who attend study hours may notice that the UCA can get a little crammed at times, and this results in people either not showing up to study hours or having to go find somewhere else to study because it can just get very packed in there. So we can try to solve this by potentially opening up the Cooper Lab as an additional study hour space, and hopefully this can, increase the student attendance to our study hours. Aside from that, if we are able to get more additional funding, we can try to get some sort of tutoring system going on so that we can actually have tutors at study hours and improve our overall academic performance as an organization. Aside from that, some other minor possible improvements can include hosting more than one resume or just professional workshop in general, as well as providing more opportunities for mentors and mentees to bond. As of now, we were aiming for one event per quarter, but with the academic committee going, we could try to get 2 or maybe even more minor events going. So those are just a few areas of improvement for the academic chair position for next year. And if any of you have any questions as to any other things that might require with the academic chair position, or if you're just interested in having a more in-depth description, I'd be more than happy to chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. And then the next one is our events director.
Hey everyone, my name is Cesar Hernandez. I'm the 2019-2020 events director for Los Ingenieros. I'm here to talk about the responsibilities of being the events director itself. Pretty much you do what the title says. You're in charge of planning events for new members and old members to create a sense of familia between them. And your whole mission is to help the org grow. Some events that you plan include the banquet, the holiday dinner, the welcome back barbecue, Six Flags, and paintball. On top of that, you also create new smaller events so that in between the quarter, your members stay active and have a lot of fun. On top of that, you're also in charge of the events committee, which is there to help you plan and execute those events. Someone who I think would be great for this job is someone who isn't afraid to go up in front of people and talk, because throughout this year I've had many instances where I've had to go talk in front of a lot of people, and I couldn't be scared or else my words would be very mumbled. So yeah, you also have to have good time management skills, because there's instances where you'll have a meeting to talk about an event and you may have other stuff going on. You have to be able to plan your time wisely so that you're not overwhelmed. And other than that, you have to have somewhat good leadership skills, because since you're in charge of the events committee, you have to be able to talk to those other 2 people and lead them to do the work they have to do. But they are also there to help you, so you have to have good communication between them, because there's many instances where my members have come up with events that I would have never thought of, and it's really helped grow the org itself. So yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. Good luck to anyone who wants to run for this, and see you.
So like he mentioned, events director is in charge of the events committee, academic chair is in charge of the academic committee, and then the treasurer is in charge of the finance committee.
So up next is our transfer rep, Jose.
Hello, all you cool cats and kittens. This is your boy, Jose Melena, your transfer representative. All right, so what does it take to be a transfer rep? Well, one of your roles is to increase the recruitment, but more importantly, the retention of transfer students to the club. Typically, transfer students will come for the first meeting and then kind of die off throughout the year. So it's your job to be creative and find out ways to keep them coming back. Another role that you're going to have as a transfer rep is to be involved in outreach with the community colleges. One example that I've done is I was able to join the Slack for Oxnard College's SHIP chapter, and that just allows me to get any updates that they have as far as like events and meetings that they will be having. And it also makes me available for them to just be there in case they have any questions about what it takes to transfer out. So probably your main role as transfer rep is to plan the chapter development symposium. This symposium is aimed at improving the professional skills of your local SHIP chapters and that of your peers here in Los Ingenieros. This event always takes place in the spring, but unfortunately for us, we're on lockdown and we won't be able to have this event this year. But I am still trying to work on getting a professional to give us some words of encouragement or some advice through Zoom or through just a video. Another thing that I would like to add is, regardless of what position you hold, you still get the opportunity to plan out events or hold your own workshops or whatever. You have that freedom and the support from your board. So one example for me is I was able to plan the recent hike and the trip to Solvang that we took, and it all turned out really fun and it was a good challenge. Lastly, one of the most important roles that you will bring to the board is your unique perspective of being a transfer student. There's typically an age difference between transfer students and those of you who've been at UCSB throughout since freshman year. So as a transfer student, it's your responsibility to think of ways to grab the attention of the transfer students and to try to get them more involved with Los Ingenieros. Yep, that's pretty much it. If you have any other questions, let me know. Stay healthy, guys, and see you soon.
All right.
That was good. Thank you, Jose.
Up next is our historian.
Hello everyone, my name is Anthony Palomera and I am your 2019-2020 academic school year historian. So I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about what my role, rather a lot more about what my role is and what I have to do on a weekly basis for the most part. So as a historian, what your main responsibility is keeping the Los Ingenieros website and social media updated with everything that we're doing and everything that we've done in the past. So what you'll be responsible in managing is the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, the LinkedIn, did I mention everything? Instagram, most importantly, because it's what our members will see and they'll be able to look at, take a quick glance at our social media or website and be like, okay, we have a meeting this Thursday at this time, we have a retreat, we have a hike, we have a workshop, and yeah, it's basically how we connect to all of our members and let them know what's happening, besides the emails, of course. But that's for the most part it. It's a lighter load compared to all the other roles, I'd say, so something that you can definitely do. I do think, though, it is whatever you make out of it, so you can dedicate maybe 5 hours, 10 hours, depending on how much it is that you want to take on. And an added responsibility is that every quarter you are responsible for the LI Rewind. And what the LI Rewind is basically an encapsulation of that entire quarter and everything that we did. It's our way of having like a family slideshow, or familia in that sense. But yeah, if you're interested, I highly suggest you talk to me or any of the board members about their positions as well. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. Okay, next up is our internal vice president.
Hello everyone, my name is Balfour Carrillo Martinez and I'm one of the internal vice president for Los Ingenieros. We're 1 week away from S&T Mesa Day, DC S&T Mesa Day, and we'll be working hard, non-stop, 24 hours, running on 4 hours of sleep. Let's go see what my hard-working internal vice president Jorge is doing. Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to my crib. Wanna come play FIFA? But honestly, you all probably lose, because getting this good at FIFA is not easy. Gotta put in work. Hey, y'all. My name is Jorge Jimenez Mejia, de los Castillos Martínez Romo del Río.
Sorry, guys.
Hello, everyone. My name is...
But honestly, you all probably lose. Hey y'all, my name is Jorge Jimenez Mejia, de los Castillos Martínez Romo del Río, Curiquitacatí, Curiquitacatá.
Curiquitacatí, Curiquit. And I'm Balfour.
And they are your 2019-2020 IVP.
So, Belfort, what are some of the responsibilities of an IVP?
That's a great question, Jorge. Well, as IVP, you're in charge of community outreach, community service, and the IVP committee, as well as some other officer responsibilities.
A couple of the events that you're going to be working on are Safe Halloween Fall Quarter, SBCA Outreach Winter Quarter, IB Elementary Outreach Spring Quarter, and other outreach events with different organizations on campus throughout the year, along and mainly with DC S&T Mesa Day. Mesa Day is one of the main focuses of IVP, and as IVP, we're in charge of funding the entire event.
What you'll be doing in preparation for Mesa Day is attending weekly planning meetings starting mid-fall quarter. Before that and throughout that, you'll be applying for funding sources as well as presenting in such funding sources.
Winter quarter will mostly consist of planning, working with the IVP committee, following up with funding sources, helping out as much as possible, and sending a lot of emails.
A lot of emails. So Jorge, how much time commitment is IVP?
I would say it's pretty light. I would say about 5 to 7 hours a week and maybe 20 hours the week before Mesa Day.
Really?
Nah, actually I would say 25 hours plus the week before Mesa Day.
Well, you heard it here, folks. It's a lot of time, but well worth it.
Let me show you. This was me before IVP, and this is me after IVP. Don't pay attention to the Mesa Day part. This is me after IVP.
Well, as IVPs, we learned a lot of things that helped us both increase our professional and personal lives. First thing, we learned how to plan, fund, and execute a big term event, DC S&T Mesa Day. We also learned and practiced our communication, time management, and public speaking. And we learned you need to follow up, and follow up a bunch of people before and after the event. Lastly, we also learned that we can still do a lot to help these underrepresented communities and students pursue a higher education.
Some of the things that we learned that benefited us as a person, it allowed us to give back to our communities. We learned how to properly send emails. It increased our emotional intelligence. It increased our passion for education. And most importantly, it made us happier. And this concludes our presentation.
Thank you, Belfort and
Okay, up next is our external vice president.
It's really boring. Like, it's not even. Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I'm a fourth-year mechanical engineer. As external vice president, your job is to talk to outside companies, industries, professionals, alumni, and bring them on campus to LI meetings, workshops, and general body meetings, and try to get them to host those events so that our members are capable of, reaching out to them, gaining those connections, and just typically talking to professionals from outside industries. This role is definitely a time commitment towards the LI board. You are required to do a minimum of 3 workshops per quarter. These workshops consist of you contacting the outside professionals or industries and meeting with them via email, via phone, or via online chat to talk with them and plan details to the meeting to ensure everything flows perfectly in terms of what exactly will be talked about each meeting, how the professionals are going to be arriving at UCSB, what food will be provided, and then post-meeting you are required to follow up with the professionals, thank them for coming over, spending your time with us, and just things like that. Another responsibility as external vice president is to go ahead and plan industry tours. This is a really, really fun trip that you get to be in charge of. You have to contact outside industries and see what companies your members want to visit. You get to book hotels, you get to pick rides, and you get to design polos. It's really, really cool. But alongside that, you also do have to figure out the funding and just ensure that everything for the trip flows perfectly. I would say an ideal candidate for this position is really anybody who's determined and just motivated to do a really good job. My personal experience, this is actually my first role as part of the LI board,
So definitely don't feel like you're not prepared or you can't do it. I've learned to talk to outside companies and speak in front of people, and that's something that I was never comfortable with from the start. So just if you're motivated and you want to do a great job, you definitely will do a great job. So I encourage anybody to go ahead and, run for the role and just go for it.
All right, thank you. Up next are your co-chairs.
Hi everybody, my name is Leo and I am one of the co-chairs for this academic year.
And my name is Juan and I'm the other co-chair.
So now we're going to go ahead and show you guys what a daily day in a co-chair's daily routine looks like.
You first wake up in the morning, brush your teeth and get dressed up. Now you're ready to start working. To be comfortable while you work, make sure to use your external vice president as a footrest. Much better. You then get sleepy and call your secretary to bring you some coffee. Only to realize that he forgot the sugar and you make him get you another one. Wait a minute, that can't be right. Let's try that again. A real co-chair gets ready in the morning and makes sure to wear their ally shirt because ally is life. You start working and check your emails from big organizations like SHEP. Here, the co-chair got invited to a town hall meeting for the regional presidents and registers to attend.
Hey everyone, what are you up to?
Not much, just finished reserving the rooms for the general body meetings tonight. What's up?
You should come over so we can start working on the agenda for tonight's meeting.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll be on my way soon.
Oh, and it helps if both of you live together.
Being a co-chair involves a lot of behind-the-scenes work to make sure everything is organized and the resources are there to help the officers succeed. The co-chairs are also the main contact to professionals for outside companies and other organizations on and off campus.
The main responsibility of co-chairs is to work towards completing the organization's mission and leading the organization. During their time as co-chairs, the co-chairs also seek to innovate and improve the organization from the previous years in general.
The co-chairs always make sure they are fulfilling the 5 pillars of SHEP. They are responsible for setting up the annual barbecue at the beach at the beginning of the year. They also plan the trips to national and regional conferences. This includes finding housing and making travel arrangements.
Coaches always seek to innovate and improve the organization from previous years. For example, some things we did this year was expand the leadership opportunities to our members by creating committees. We also established a foundation for company sponsorships by guiding the financial committee into making Ally's first proposal packet. We also created new events like our fireside chat with former NASA astronaut Jose Hernandez and had him attend our annual holiday dinner for the first time. Being a co-chair of an organization is a very rewarding and great learning experience. Some of the skills we were able to learn were time management, planning and communication, networking, decision making, being resourceful, and being a leader.
However, the best thing about this position is all the benefits that you can get out of it. For both of us, being in this position in Los Ingenieros allowed us to get internships, get scholarships, increase our networks, create long life memories, and be a part of the familia.
Cute. Thank you, Leo and Juan.
Okay, so up next, our announcements.
Or just also wrap up, like that was, so May 7th again is the second general body meeting for elections. So this this whole meeting is recorded. So if anybody missed it, we'll post it online or post it somewhere. And you guys can look back over it to hear the rules over again in case you missed anything. Go for it.
Okay. So sadly, RLDC has been canceled because of the virus. However, SHIP has agreed to do a virtual career fair. And so the way it'll work is people will sign up for the companies that are already gonna participate, and they're gonna be able to chat with them. So like the companies so far are Intel, P&G, Qualcomm, New York University, the Whiting Turner Contracting Company, U.S. Department of Energy, and the United States Marine Corps. Okay, and also if you guys can take the time right now to fill out the academic metrics survey. So we're gonna use this information to give it out to companies so we can fund more money and give you guys more resources. And this is basically like just to help you guys, and it's completely anonymous.
It also has like a little question at the end that asks about like how you all are doing with the quarantine and things like that, and like what we can do to help with the classes. So be sure to fill it out just so we can kind of work as a board to try to help everybody and like just do our best. Oh, Jorge raised his hand. Go for it.
Go for it, Jorge.
Enrique had a question. He asked, how will nominations be managed? So the way nominations will be managed is the next upcoming meeting, me and Bafri will be leading the meeting. And at the meeting, once we have everyone in the Zoom call, we would explain how nominations going to be managed. But as of right now, we want to give you time to process, which officer position I want to run for, talk with other people, talk to us as officers. We can give you more information, more specific information in each position, and that way you can actually decide which position you want to run for. But yeah, nominations will be held in through Zoom on May 7th.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so if we can just get like a little drum roll for like the member of the week, if y'all can like just unmute real quick. It's actually postponed. So unfortunately, go for it.
Unfortunately, due to the virus again, we're gonna have to postpone this member of the week until fall quarter because there's not gonna be any like way to account for who participates like the most this quarter. Okay, so here are some tips for studying at home that we have come up with. So basically, study away from distractions. So I always have my phone on Do Not Disturb. That always helps me. You can also put on your headphones if you have some, and like you can make a space to study that is not on your bed, because obviously if you study on your bed, you're gonna end up falling asleep, and that's not good. No matter what, you cannot study on your bed. And so then another thing that helps is talking to the people that you're quarantined with and letting them know that you're going to be studying. Like be like, oh, I have a lecture right now or something like that. And yeah. Also making a schedule and keeping a routine so you don't like
watch Netflix for 5 hours.
Yeah. And so you don't get like distracted and off track. Okay. So,
can I make a quick announcement?
Yeah.
All right, just a quick note. So just wanted to make a quick update for the MESA scholarship application. It'll probably go out next week. And it'll go out to people that are enrolled in the MESA program, the MESA University program. So if you're not enrolled and you want to apply to a scholarship, you need to be enrolled. So just keep an eye out for next week. And if you're not sure if you are enrolled, you could just always send me an email. And we hope to make announcements if you receive a scholarship or not by the end of this quarter. Thank you.
And if there's any other people who want to make any last minute announcements? Going once.
Going twice.
Wait. So there was this chat about potentially getting online study hours going. So we're going to try to establish that to be a recurring meeting starting next Tuesday. So that way we can have our, little study circle. That way we had study hours at the UCAR. But, we're going to just have our friendly fellow scholars on the screens right there. So we try to get that going, make it a recurring meeting. And then we're going to share the link to the group meet and then try to get them to all the emails that we go out so you guys can have access to the online study hours. And yeah, so we can, get study on.
I really like that idea.
Okay, so here's the surprise that you guys have been waiting for.
It's a little 3-minute rewind video.
our shadows disappeared, the animals inside came out to play. Went face to face with all our fears, learned our lessons through the tears, made memories we knew would never fade. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. He took me in his arms, I heard him say, when you get older, your wild heart will live for younger days. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me. Light a fire they can't put out, carve your name into those shining stars. He said go venture far beyond the shores, don't forsake this life of yours. I'll guide you home no matter where you are. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. When I was just a kid I heard him say, when you get older your wild heart will live for younger days. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said one day behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me. These are the nights that never die. My father told me.
That was made by Jensen, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Jensen. Those videos are always so cute.
Aww.
And then gotta stop sharing.
Oh yeah.
So that's the end of the meeting today.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, make sure to go ahead and tune in on May 7th or come in and attend the general body meeting. But that's it.
That's it. Hope you guys are staying safe once again.
Sorry there's no food. Yeah. But you guys go to your fridges.
There's no pizza in my fridge.
I'm sorry about that.
Make some. You have the
but
time
stay
now.
safe, y'all. Make sure you're washing your hands. And
6 feet
following
apart.
quarantine. Yeah, 6 feet. Okay. Bye.
Peace out.
Wait,
Wait, what?
Question?
I don't know. Someone said so.
Oh yeah, I was into something. Isabel.
Yeah.
One more announcement. Yeah, so if you are at all interested in any of the positions, you can go on the Los Ingenieros website. Just look up UCSB at UCSB Los Ingenieros, and the first link will be ours. And there you can see all the positions and everything that everyone does.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Bye.